So, Connie, I'm super excited to have you on the podcast because my mindfulness journey started with you. I signed up for some office hours at 1871, the tech incubator in Chicago that I work out of, to speak with you because I heard so many top leaders say they meditate. I could only ignore the coincidences for so long before I put all the dots together and decided to learn more and give it a try. And that's when you opened my eyes to a whole new world. So I wanted to start with this. Why do so many successful people meditate, and what are the benefits?
Why do so many successful people meditate? Well, I think that they have switched on to something that they see works. As simple as that. This isn't just a notion, a sort of new age notion that people have come up with, on the West Coast or into sort of all sorts. This is a scientifically proven technique that helps people de-stress themselves, focus themselves, and allow them to become the best version of themselves. So it's no coincidence that the top guys, top women, top people who run organizations are using these tools and these techniques because they work, quite simply. When I started, and it's really nice to hear you say that you still use meditation, that's still part of your journey. And so many people have switched on to this in the last few years. And I'm so excited about it because my own journey started maybe about 7 years ago. And I genuinely thought meditation was only for people who shaved their heads and chimed bells and chanted Om. I genuinely thought that's what meditation was all about. And how wrong I could be. I stumbled across, you talk about coincidences, I stumbled across a friend of mine in London who said, I'm going along to this meditation class. Do you want to come with me? And I said, oh, it's not really for me. It's not really my thing. It's more for sort of other people. I thought it was a bit weird, if I'm being honest. And I had nothing else to do that evening, so I went along with her anyway. And that night changed my life because it opened me up to something that was the most powerful tool that I've used that completely transformed not only my life, but my career as well. So coming from a background of broadcast journalism, I was a sports journalist, as you know, and I found myself talking more about meditation and mindfulness than I did about football, about tennis, about cricket and boxing, all the things that I used to talk about before in a broadcast about. And it just become more and more apparent that more people needed to know that this stuff worked. So I changed my career and started Inner Buzz, and here we are now, 3 years later, and working with, strangely enough, some of the biggest soccer teams in the UK to help them use this technique. So we're getting all sorts of people from all different walks of life using this and seeing the benefits from it. So we're seeing young children and toddlers and teenagers using it, all the way up to people who are stressed in the boardroom, entrepreneurs, sports people, any walk of life, no matter what you do, you need to start doing this. Simple as that.
And obviously, one of the reasons I wanted to bring up this subject on the podcast is because, like you said, it is life-changing. It can make you a better person, more successful person, happier person, more grounded person. So let's get to the hardest hurdle that people have to overcome, and that is starting. As you said, I was in a very similar mindset to you. Is this going to be some of this new age crap that's very intimidating, and I'm not sure if this is for me. But really, it couldn't be further from the truth there. So for all those people out there who may be skeptical or who have been wanting to do it, but just haven't been able to take that next step just to get started, what can you recommend for people for, hey, how do I get started and just do it once?
So I think to start off with, you need to have the willingness. So you need to have the willingness to actually want to do it. It can be like anything, if you know already that it works, so go out and research this. There's, I think, something ridiculous like 220,000 studies to show meditation has not only health benefits in terms of your mental health, but physiological benefits as well. I was speaking at an event yesterday talking about the benefits of meditation and diabetes. Now, a study they've just undertaken in the UK to show that actually meditation has worked just as well, if not better, than medication that some of the patients were using. So it's clear that this tool works. So if you can get that out of the way, and the understanding side of it out of the way. So if we say it works, it's about actually wanting to make a difference. So, if you can see in your life that you could have benefits from feeling less stressed, for feeling more focused, for feeling just generally happier, more content, more fulfilled in your life, and having the ability to handle things a lot better. That's one of the biggest things I think that I love about using meditation is, I used to be pretty stressy before, so I used to get quite angry quite quickly. Now it gives me, because I'd get frustrated and things wouldn't move quickly enough for me and I needed to have things done now, whereas I've got the ability now to take that few seconds reaction time before I would jump and maybe create a conflict or whatever else. I've got much better at being able to manage that situation or a situation like that. So if you've got the willingness and you know that you there's a space for it in your life in terms of it could actually make a difference to you, then that's the first hurdle ticked. It's there, it's done. Now it's about how you fit it into your life. So what time of the day would it be better for you to start using it? And I would recommend that you do literally 5 minutes, even a couple of minutes to start with. And it could be something as easy as a breathing exercise. So we're not expecting you to say, right, start meditating, you'll do an hour a day and you get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and you sit in the lotus position and chant a mantra. That's not going to happen, okay? So we need to make sure that it's something that's feasibly going to be fitting into your life in a way that works for you so that you use it. It's the same as going to the gym. We all know the health benefits that the gym has for us, or exercising has for us, but we need to make sure we find something that we like to do in terms of exercise, and we need to make sure that it fits into our lifestyle and we enjoy doing it, and meditation is no different. So if you're starting and this is the first time you've ever done any meditation in your life before, then it can be as simple as this. So this can be your first opportunity listening to this podcast to take a breath. Literally take a breath in through your nose, so a deep breath in through your nose, and just breathe it out through your mouth. Like you're blowing out a birthday candle. Now, you'd be amazed at how many people, even taking that breath and taking that second to do that, found that a wee bit difficult. So having that space, so try it again, right? So in through your nose, and breathe out through your mouth. Automatically what that does is creates more oxygen flowing through your body, which relaxes your muscles. So there's a physiological reaction within your body. So you take in that oxygen and you begin to relax. So if you want to, and you're not driving a car while you're listening to this, if maybe you are sitting somewhere comfortably, or even if you're not, if you're standing somewhere, you can easily do this as well. Just make sure you're not operating any heavy machinery or anything. I want you just to we're going to do this and it'll last a minute. And I want you to take a deep breath in through your nose and close your eyes. And if you're sitting down, I want you just to keep your back straight. Try not cross your arms or your legs and have your feet flat on the ground. And I want you just to notice your breath going in and out your body. So another deep breath in through your nose. And then breathe it out again through your mouth. And you're probably thinking, what difference does breathing make? I'm breathing, I'm having a deep breath in through my nose. What difference is that going to make to me in terms of making me more focused, helping me feel better about myself? Well, let me tell you, that is the first step. So you've just done your first meditation. Congratulations also if you were just taking part in that. It's about building it up. So we can have a breath meditation, which is sort of similar to what we just did there. We can have visualizations or guided meditations, which can be amazing at helping you clear out fear-based behaviours, helping you just focus on something that's really, really good, and make you feel good. Take a couple of minutes, 5 minutes or so, just to make yourself feel amazing. So that's a breath meditation that we just did there. Indulge me for another second. Close your eyes again. And some people say to me, I can't visualize, I can't do it. I find it difficult to see or to actually relax myself and calm my mind down. And if you feel like that, probably a guided meditation is a good place to start. So if you feel that you can't visualize, I want you to close your eyes. I want you to see yourself in your kitchen at home. And I want you to see a lemon in front of you. And I want you to take an imaginary knife and cut into that lemon. Pick the lemon up and smell the lemon. And feel your taste buds begin to tingle. And the smell of the lemon, if you can smell it. And open your eyes again. And you've just done your first visualization. It's as simple as that. So you automatically are there. You can see it. You can visualize it. You can actually taste the lemon, or you can feel the bitterness start to come in the back of your throat, where it would happen automatically if you saw a lemon, because the brain can't actually decipher between what's real and when we visualize. It's exactly the same thing for our brain. So what happens within our body will replicate if we're doing it with visualization or we're doing it in real life. That's why you can still taste it a little bit in the back of your throat. So remember, NASA used to use a video monitoring program, video management. So whenever the astronauts would go into space, they have to try and get their bodies ready for space, and they use visualization techniques just like that. Maybe minus the lemon, I'm not so sure, but it's exactly the same technique. So if you want to feel good, you want to see yourself doing amazing things in your business, if you want to see yourself just feeling better, visualization and meditation is the key.
Yes, and some things that you actually started me off on. One, I used YouTube videos, and I actually just sat on the ground with a yoga mat in my office and used a guided meditation for YouTube videos. I also listened to an audio book to try and learn more about meditation in the practice. And then lastly, after that, I graduated to using Headspace, which is it's a wonderful app there, which is also guided meditation, and they have different packs, whether it's creativity, things like that. But Connie, you have top 5 tips that you would like to share with us about all this.
Absolutely. Top 5 tips are: create the space to breathe, which I know sounds silly. Make time for it. So if it is for the first 5 minutes in the morning before you get up, if it's the last 5 minutes before you go to bed at night, if it's when you first arrive in your office, giving yourself 1, 2, 3, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, just giving yourself the time and setting that aside and actually agreeing with yourself that you're going to do it. So creating that time for you, that's literally what it is. Set the intention is number 2. So it's telling yourself that that's what you want to do, telling yourself that you want to make a change and you want to make a difference in your life. That's pretty empowering, actually, if you begin to do that. And then 3, get clear on what you want to do. So meditation and visualization is amazing, and it helps you get clear on a lot of things. So in terms of you want to take yourself forward, and with a lot of my clients, I use meditation and visualization to help them get through difficult periods, to help them progress their career, progress their business, just get past fear-based behaviours. That's what we use it usually as tools for. It can be used for so many different things, but that's predominantly why we use it. So if you want to do that and you want to get past maybe some difficulty or conflict or anything that you have, you first of all have to get clear on what you want to do. What do you want to use this for? And then set aside time to actually listen. So when you're doing the meditation, actually give yourself time to appreciate it. Be grateful for doing it. Have that gratitude that you've got the time, which I know sounds so simplistic, but that feeling of gratitude and being grateful for having this time is probably the biggest part of anything that you'll do within the meditation. So you give yourself the time, you appreciate it, and then secondly, make it practice. So your fifth tip is making it a practice. The same as if you go to the gym. Go to the gym once. Yeah, you will feel good because you'll feel great that you've actually gone. But in your body, it's not probably going to make that much of a difference. Your brain is like a muscle. So you continue to repeat the exercise and it will become stronger. You'd continue to repeat the behaviour and the practice of meditation. You'll become better at it, if you like. And I know it kind of goes against really what meditation is about, actually being non-judgmental, but you'll be able to use it to benefit you more. I think you begin to see even physiological changes within the brain. So the neural pathways within the brain will begin to change in a way that you want them to if you're setting clear intentions with a thing called neuroplasticity. And also there's parts of the brain that help with focus and memory. They actually get thicker and stronger the more you do this. So we've seen this in MRI scans, that there's an actual change in the thickness of these parts of your brain with people who regularly meditate. And that's not meditation, people who are meditating for 6 years or 10 years. It's 10 minutes per day for 8 weeks, and you begin to see that change.
And I saw the change in myself. Once again, guys, I cannot recommend this enough. Like you said, every day when I meditate, I thank myself. I say I'm doing this for myself and I'm doing it for others because it makes me a better person. If I'm a better person, that's going to benefit everybody that's out there. So, Connie, where can people find you and tell us a little bit more about what you've got going on?
So you can find me at www.yourinnerbuzz.com. We're going through a little bit of a structural change on our website at the moment, but you can still find contact details there. I'm also on LinkedIn, of course, Connie McLaughlin, McLaughlin. I am, at the moment, I'm working with, as I mentioned, the soccer teams here in the UK, which is amazing. I still have my links with 1871, so working with entrepreneurs and individuals who just want to better themselves, who want to develop themselves, who want to be the best version of them. So I work with individuals and I also work with teams. So growing relationships within groups, growing relationships within teams is something that gives me, oh my God, Rob, honestly, if I can tell you how lucky I am to do this job, I find it difficult to even express how grateful I am for being able to do this as a job. Sometimes I actually sit and think, is this a real job? And people are paying me to do this. This is hilarious. But it feels so amazing, and I am so genuinely grateful, and I'm really, really pleased that you're still doing it. And you're a great example of someone who was so not into this stuff before, and you're reaping the benefits of it, and it's great to see.
Yeah, and use me as a test case, guys, for any of you who are considering hitting up Connie and working with her. I highly, highly recommend it. She's wonderful at what she does. If you care about investing in yourself, becoming better, becoming more successful easily, and that's the thing, it's an easy thing to do, and Connie helped guide me to see the light within myself and become a better, more centered person. So I certainly thank you, Connie, for helping me along this journey. I'm certainly a better person right now than the day before we met.
Oh, thank you so much. That's such a nice thing. And you know what? It makes literally what I do and the people that help me along the way just that little bit better. So if anyone else wants to get an idea of what books to read or apps to get, or even just wants to have a chat or literally just wants to ask me some questions, then you can email me as well, Connie@yourinnerbuzz.com.
Well, Connie, I really enjoyed this. Guys, definitely reach out to her. She's a wonderful resource. I hope you have yourself an absolutely fantastic day.